I had heard and then forgot what she does for work and then stopped singing. When I meet people, I should be like taking notes because then you're like, oh yes, this once and twice. Like Josh's wife. I've talked to her many, many times last week. At the moment, I don't remember her name or what her real occupation is. Like, well, not real occupation, but like she's not currently doing singing. I didn't know that she had done that. That's cool. Yeah, they're there. Yeah. He's doing a carpentry as an artist. I didn't realize that he wasn't working in music right now. Yeah. Should we still do both? Just do 59. Sure. Yeah. Do the more interesting thing first and then see what time it is. See if anyone's approaching the front. Yeah, we might have time.
Hello. My name is Cliff Hansen from SSUC Saskatoon. Welcome this morning. So welcome to SSUC, everyone, in both Edmonton and Saskatoon, always united in community. But this special weekend, present with each other for our weekend retreat, where we're celebrating that we're together, not alone. Welcome to this place of spiritual exploration, open to the journey of compassion and depth, and knowing that we're each valued and valuable, and working together to make a difference in our living and our world. May we be reminded of our highest aspirations, inspired to bring our gifts of love, compassion, and justice to our humanity. We celebrate that we are not isolated beings, but connected in body, spirit, and mystery to the universe, to this community, and to each other.
Hi, and I'm Cindy Christensen from SSUC Edmonton. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's my privilege to share affirmations of our inclusion and diversity that is a treasured part of our welcome each time we gather. And so we can recognize that we are all welcome in this place to be who we are and who we're becoming, just as we are. We're all working together to build a safer place and an inclusive community for all people. And just before I read them, that's the one thing I notice about here, and I think that's why we keep coming back, is because this place does what it says, and it's beautiful. So we welcome all sizes, all ages, all colors, all genders, all cultures, all abilities, all sexualities, all learning styles and neurotypes, all religions or none, all people. Welcome to our community.
Together, we share our heart, love is our song. SSUC in Edmonton and in Saskatoon acknowledges that we are situated on Treaty 6 territory, traditional lands and traveling routes of the Cree, the Blackfoot, the Métis, the Nakota Sioux, Iroquois, Deneta, Saulteaux, Inuit, and many others. May our words be not just words. May they symbolize our actions and intentions, just as the banners around our room remind us of our values and the 7 teachings. May we be reminded that it's our relations and our relationships that matter and brings us to honest reconciliation. So as we light our community candle this morning, we do so also facing the realities of our world. We as humans continue to stumble and fall and mess up and fail massively at the work of peace, the connection of all life in unity and justice. We speak about our connection, not just to each other as community, but to the earth and to our entire world. Violence and war is a stark reminder that our tribal, sectarian, instinctual brains are difficult to overcome. And yet, overcome them we must. So with our hearts heavy for those living in devastation, those living in grief and in constant fear, we light this candle this morning to honor light. The light of wisdom among us today in each of us, which is the birth of the wisdom that we will have in our lives. But the wisdom also that stretches back farther than our memories, to the reaches of the birth of the universe. We are made of stardust, after all. To the light of wisdom that encompasses Abraham and Moses, Jesus of Nazareth, Ruth and Naomi, the Christian witness that encircles Mohammed and Buddha, Lao Tzu and indigenous teachings, and the wisdom of all spiritual endeavor. This is where we find and we nurture our light. So, as we proceed today to be together in community, we celebrate the light that dwells in each of us and that we continue to seek as community and as a global world. May it be so. Choir.
Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. Keep moving on. You gotta put one foot in front of the other foot and lead with love. Move the other foot, one foot in front of the other foot and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other foot and lead with love. Move the other one foot in front of the other foot and lead with love. Lift up your eyes. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Don't you despair. Look up ahead. Look up ahead. The path is there. The path is there. You gotta put one foot in front of the other foot and lead with love. Move the other one foot in front of the other foot and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other foot and lead with love. Move the other one foot in front of the other foot and lead with love. I know you're scared. I know you're scared. And I'm scared too. And I'm scared too. But here I am. But here I am. Right next to you. Right next to you. You gotta put one foot in front of the other foot and lead with love. Move the other one foot in front of the other foot and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other foot and lead with love. Move the other one foot in front of the other foot and lead with love. Lead with love. And lead with love.
Time for all ages means that anyone who's welcome to come to the carpet for a story, you're here. Or come near for a story, you're welcome. I'm excited to share this book with you today. If the floor is cold, you could put bums on carpet. It's okay. Lots of room. Lots of room. Hi. This story is called Journey to the Midnight Sun by Shazia Afzal, illustrated by Aliyah Gar. And this is a story of a journey, but not a journey perhaps you've heard before. So let's have a look at what this looks like. Sometimes there's little things in the corner, and I'm going to read them to you too. This is August 2010. This is a real story. This is a true life story. In August 2010, let's see, that was about 14 years ago. Is that before you were born?
Yes.
Yes, you're not 14.
No, I'm 8.
Oh, you're 8. Well, then, before you were born, in Inuvik, have you ever heard of a place called Inuvik? It's 200 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle.
I think I've heard of that.
It's north. You have to go a long way north. Okay, so here's where our story begins. Our mosque. Oh, well, do you know what a mosque is? No. Oh, well, if you go to a mosque, it's just like maybe you're going to church, like you are going right now. But perhaps you are part of the Muslim faith. Okay, so if you're a Muslim, you would go to a mosque to be in community and to be with each other, okay? So here in Inuvik, let's look at this. Our mosque is too small for us, said the people of Inuvik. But it was very expensive to build a bigger one so far north. Can anyone see the mosque? Does anyone know which building it might be? Can you point to it? Where do you think it is? I think this is it. It's in the middle right here. Do you see how small it is? It's just really tiny. And they have a little crescent moon on the top of that building. That's what shows that it's the mosque. Okay, now we're in Winnipeg. 4,470 kilometers from Inuvik. A charitable organization worked with construction crews to build a mosque to send up north. Look, here they are. Here, look, they're looking at plans. They're thinking, what kind of mosque building should we build? And here's the building where they're thinking about all of this. And then look, they get to work. Lots of different people working on this. Let's go to the next page. The mosque had to travel from the bottom of a huge country to the top. What country is this? Does anyone recognize that on a map? Mm-hmm. It is Canada. Yes, that's our country. So here, this mosque was built in Winnipeg, which is right here. And look, someone has drawn the route that the mosque has to take to get to Inuvik. Does anyone see, what did they do to the building? Where is it now? Hmm?
They put it on a trailer.
They did. They put it on a trailer, and it's being pulled by a truck. Exactly. Okay, here we go. It was too wide for many roads. Signboards had to be moved. Wow, look at that. It was so big that they knew that they couldn't fit in some places. They had to take down the signs. Well, what would happen to the signs if they just didn't take them down? They'd probably run right over them. They'd bend over and be wrecked. Power lines had to be lifted. Oh my gosh, not just signs. They had to get the people from the power companies to take down the lines so that mosque could fit under it. Bridges had to be widened. Oh my goodness, do you see what they're doing? Look, they're using these big diggers and bulldozers, and they're adding some soil next to the bridge so that they can make it a bit wider. What a project, huh? And the mosque had to be helped by many people along the way. Look at all these people helping. Even other drivers helped by sharing the road with such a wide load. Yeah. Look, those other cars, they had to pull onto the grass because there's no room for that big truck if they were also on the road. Oh, September 10th, 2010, Hay River. 1,800 kilometers from Inuvik by boat. Oh my gosh, the trip isn't over. The mosque made it in time to board the last barge up the river before winter came. Well, what happens in winter? Yeah, what would happen to that river? It would freeze, wouldn't it, in the winter? Yes. So they can't go up the river in a boat if it's frozen. So they had to make sure they did this before winter came. Look there's the mosque traveling up the river. Isn't that amazing? And when it arrived in Inuvik, the Muslim community was there waiting. Oh, look, here's all the people who are going to be so excited that their new building for their community is coming. I bet they didn't imagine it would come on a boat. It has no minaret, said the children of Inuvik. And a carpenter flew across the country to come build one. Well, now, this mosque needed something tall Well, for Muslim people, that would be a sign that this is their mosque. And it's a symbol that they want to put on top. And so they had someone come and build that for them. And there's, see, it has the same crescent moon on the top. Just like their old mosque, their old small little mosque had. Everyone in Inuvik helped to finish the mosque. Oh, look at that. People with paintbrushes, ladders. Here, look, they're laying out their prayer carpets, their prayer mats inside the new mosque so that they can kneel and pray. When it was ready for a feast, When it was ready, a feast was held and friends came to celebrate along with neighbors. The imam, that's their leader in their community, Gwich'in First Nation elders, the Roman Catholic deacon and pastor, and the mayor of Inuvik, they all came to the feast. Oh, I kind of like what's in the middle of the table of that feast. Do you? Yeah. It's a cake. And the mosque that traveled over 4,000 kilometers with the help of Canadians from the bottom of the country to the top was opened so that the entire Muslim community had a place to meet and pray every day. Look, there they are in front. So happy. And that's the end. And they call it the Midnight Sun Mosque. I wanted to share this story with you because it's a wonderful story of how communities work together. A community within the mosque, but then they expanded so that they involved people from all over, as far as Winnipeg, to come and help them build their mosque and to be the community that they needed to be. I wonder if this building has a wonderful story to go with it, of all the people that worked to make it happen. I don't think it's the same story as this, but definitely not, right? Definitely not. But I think it might be just as wonderful of a story because we work together when we're part of a community. Maybe it's your classroom that works together. Maybe it's your family that works together. Maybe it's your friends that work together. We're all communities together. Maybe it's our church that works together. We all do it because of the care and love we have for each other. So thank you for sharing this story with me. Oh, it was so fun to share that. Our Kids Spirit program for kids from about kindergarten to up to grade 5-ish is happening this morning, and Ariane and Daisy are going to lead you in a time together, and I think you might even do some outside things today. Very exciting. Have fun. There's a chance for a few invitations and announcements of things coming up in the life of this community. For one thing, it's the conclusion of our weekend of being together, Saskatoon, Edmonton folks, our congregational retreat. And boy, did we have a good time Friday evening and all day yesterday. So many connections made and so many wonderful things. If you didn't have a chance to be here, ask someone who did, and they'll tell you some of the highlights. It really was a lovely time with each other. So to cap that all off, lunch today. Lunch, our potluck lunch. And you know that there's a potluck lunch, and there's, oh, you think I'm opening the mic, do you? I see. Such presumption. It's fine if you're 30 seconds. I'm not just saying that to you, I'm saying that to everyone. There's always lots of food is my point. If you didn't bring anything, if you didn't plan to stay for lunch, you can still stay for lunch. Please stay. I want to mention that there's always food happening. Next week is second Sunday of the month, so we will have our monthly Affirm brunch next week. It's Thanksgiving weekend, so we'll provide the turkey and the pie, and we're asking that if you want to stay for lunch, bring a favorite Thanksgiving side dish, whatever that might be. Bring it along, we'll share it, okay? It's October, and oh, I blew it. I gave it away. It just will not go to the slide I want it to. I don't know why not. Well, it really wants to welcome Sim to Canada. It's coming. It's coming. Well, okay. Come on, come on, come on.
What do I say? I think I'll just put this down. Yes, this is Sam. He arrived very late Friday morning or Thursday night, and I'm amazed at how his English is impeccable. He even corrects me at times when my grammar is off. He will be joining very soon his brother, who you met and who is here as well. It is indeed a pleasure on behalf of our committee and to have you join us, and welcome, welcome to Canada. We'll see lots more of the brothers, as I call them, over the next year as we work at sponsoring them, and the stories he can tell you. And by the way, if anybody's having trouble with their computer, just call me. I have his number. He's fixed mine a number of times. Would you like to say something? No? Okay.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sam. The correcting thing is not right. Thank you for having me. I'm grateful to be here. Thank you so much for everything.
We've been talking about guess who's coming for dessert. I'm on. Last minute edition here, we have the sign-up sheets now for guests. So they'll be out on the table. James, maybe you're going to talk about this too? But you go. Okay, I'll go first. These slips have a space that you can write on. It has the time and date of all of the locations where you can choose to go for dessert. We're not going to tell you where that is yet. We'll get in touch with you later. That's about it. Fill in your name, what you prefer. If you have a restriction on any part of your diet, write that on the sheet. There's one here I note that says gluten-free desserts at one place, if that is an issue. Another one has a walk in the ravine before dessert. And another one is a 35-minute drive south of Edmonton. So if you love seeing yellow leaves, you might want to pick that one. Anyhow, they'll be out there. I'm going to be busy trying to sell grocery cards. James will be there. He can help you. I think you're going to collect them in a box. You're going to tell them all the rest.
Oh, no, you told them.
Oh, I did. Thank you.
Yeah, you did good.
Okay, thank you.
See, we got it between the two of us.
Joy, thank you.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Joya Salustio. Just a reminder, Wednesday, October 23rd, the first caregiver support group. Pass the word on. We are also going to have the support group available through Zoom, and thanks to Joseph, our new techie person, it's going to be wonderful. The other thing I want to share is Caregivers Alberta has a caregivers conference on November 1st and 2nd, and it's going to be amazing. So I've got sheets on the table if you're interested, and there you go. See, 30 seconds or less. Beautiful. I'm improving.
Yeah, I love it. This is great fun. So you can do a lot of things in the foyer today. You can be part of our Guess Who's Coming to Dessert. You can buy some olive oil because Sheila will be out there with the new shipment of olive oil that we've got. You can buy grocery cards. You can also leave new winter socks for our Socktober campaign to support Operation Friendship and the seniors of downtown Edmonton. So many things to contribute, and all of that, plus we have to eat lunch too, so amazing. Thank you for all the ways that you support this community, not just with signing up for this, that, and the other, but for all the ways that you keep the lights on, and you keep the bills paid, and you keep me around. Thank you so much. Thank you. What are we doing next? We're singing a song. Thank you, Deb. I want to take one moment for us as a gathered community to thank 4 out of the 5 members of Nefesh Spirit who are here leading us in our singing today. Thank you for your voices and your presence. Thank you. The following reading is from the early Christian community. It was written so that communities in dealing with issues of life, of matters of faith, of the intricacies of living together could be encouraged in positive ways. These writings were an effort to help these young communities to live in harmony with each other, at times a very difficult task, to be together in meaningful ways and to be together for the world. As those of us that are walking an expansive spiritual path, how are we encouraged? How do we practice living life in ways that bring value and blessing to the world? I think there's wisdom in these ancient words for us as well. It comes from the 12th chapter of the book of Romans. The title is my own. Didn't come that way. We have different gifts. If your gift is to see the big picture, then be about sharing your vision. If it is serving, then serve graciously. If your gift is teaching, then teach humbly. If it's to encourage, then give helpful encouragement. If it's giving, then give generously. If it is to lead, then lead diligently. If it is to show help, do it cheerfully. Let your love be genuine. Despise what is destructive and hold fast to what is good. Love one another with the affection of friends. Live in hope. Outdo one another in showing honor. Be patient in difficulty. And persevere in integrity. Bless everyone. There's no point cursing those you dislike under your breath, but rather rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with one another without being overly proud or conceited, but making friends without discrimination. Don't worry about competing or getting even, but take thought for what is noble for everyone's sake. And if it is possible, so far as it depends on you, live with an ethic of peace. In these ancient words of the early Christian community, may we find wisdom for our living. These words are a tall order. There's a big list here of things that we could do and could work diligently to achieve. But when we're a community, we know that we hold these ideas and these values of how we want to be, and that this is and can be a model for how we go about our work in the world, our work in our careers, or our work in our volunteer work, or our work as the projects we undertake as a spiritual community. And all of these things are undergirded with this idea that we all come at it with different gifts, and that they're all valuable, and that if our love is genuine, then we'll work together and find a way. So, as we've shared that, it is now time for us to be invited to share. And in our community sharing time today, we have 10 or so minutes that we might, if we're inspired, share some of our own reflections on the communities that we're a part of. Maybe that connects with what wisdom we just shared, or maybe not. But the idea here is to ponder these questions about what is your experience of community being better together than alone? In what ways does this make itself real to you? How do you feel that in the communities that you're part of? And whether it's this or any community, what feeds you and how do you keep that experience alive and vital? Again, these are just prompts for us to share about the value of being together as in the communities that we build around us in our lives. What wisdom would you share? What have you learned? Where is the energy and vitality for you in those communities? So I'll place the mic on the stand. You're welcome to come and share a brief story or word. If you're at home or if you are in this crowd and feel like you have something you want to share but you're not going to speak it out loud, the text line is for you. So participate from home, participate from this room in a way that you need to, and we'll share that with each other.
I think having the brothers with us today is a perfect example of what we can do better as a community than being one. This wouldn't have happened with just one of us. And so I'm grateful for the community for the work that we can do. And I want to welcome the brothers.
I just wanted to thank this congregation for being so wonderful. My first day here was September 15th, and like I've said to everybody, there was a bouncy castle outside, so it seems like a pretty good sign. But I can tell how strong this community is, and I know that being strong means going through a lot of things that aren't necessarily good or, that are hard to deal with. And yesterday, I was here for the Together Not Alone, and I had a really hard morning today, and it was so nice to come here and know that, I grew up in a church that was a lot of different experiences, but now I feel like I've already got a few sets of new friends and new grandparents and aunties and uncles. And I miss that, and yesterday I almost burst into tears at 9 a.m. when I put a muffin on my plate here because I didn't know how much I needed a muffin that a grandma made. And so I'm just really happy to be here, and as a outsider, new insider, I hope that you are all proud of what you've built because it makes a really big difference in a lot of people's lives.
I wasn't here for the retreat, but I wanted to share a little bit about myself. This congregation has been such a wonderful experience for me. I was born a Catholic, and somewhere before 1969, I decided I wanted something more. And I decided to make a search for spiritual meaning. And I've been through a lot of crazy stuff. I was an Ayn Rand fan for a while. I read the Seth books. I read Margaret oh, I've forgotten her name. I read the Lazarus books. I've been through Theosophy. And I think things started to straighten out for me when I started reading John Shelby Spong's book. And I came to this congregation in July of 2011. I hadn't been to church for 42 years, but I had been reading. And the first person I spoke to was Pat Seal. I came in, I thought we were going to get a sermon, and I found myself in tears. And I was in tears for months. I don't know what that's about. I just know I was so moved. And I thank God for Chris and our beloved Nancy and every one of you. It's been fabulous. Thank you.
I'm not going to make it through this. Oh my gosh. Annabelle texts from home, Annabelle Shepherd, recognizing Tuesday Connection as her community. Learning, teaching, supporting each other.
Hi, I'm Peggy Dodson. I thought I'd add the perspective of there's a place in this community for my skepticism. I can be the lone vote against a congregational meeting. I can speak my mind at Tuesday Connection and I don't get fired, kicked out, or shunned.
Good morning, I'm Mary. I'm just really, my heart is really full this weekend. As I was a part of the Saskatoon community for a number of years when I moved to Saskatoon. And now I'm here and a part of this community, and it feels really, really wonderful today and this weekend to have both groups of people here, both significant in my life. I'm not usually given to tears, but I'm really feeling it's been pretty special to have my Saskatoon friends and my new community of folks here in Edmonton as well. So it's wonderful that technology has enabled us to be together and not alone.
Hi, I'm Dawn from Saskatoon. Our community in Saskatoon in the last year has been doing book studies and learning about guaranteed annual income. And this comes to mind about how the support of a community takes you into places you didn't know you could go, the learning that we've been doing. This past week, we had a gathering or a meeting of that group, and the day before, a bill went before the Senate about guaranteed annual income, and it was not passed. It was very disappointing. And we came into that meeting, and one of the first things that was said was, what do we do next? And to me, that's what community is about. When you're in a place that could be quite despairing, someone still has the energy to bring you all along. That's what community is about.
I'm Tom Rogers. I come from away, but only from Saskatoon, and I do not feel like I come from away because of the great group here that continually streams their services. But I'd like to talk about the 4 or 5 ladies here who have been singing. I started with this group probably about 2012. It's a long time already. But these people and some of their colleagues were part of a larger United Church in Saskatoon that was going down in numbers. And they found that there was another way that they wanted to do their community and their spirituality. And they promoted this new approach. Some people didn't like it, and the community continued to go down. And they stayed, and they were strong, and they started another community very similar to this one. I don't know if they knew of this one, but we found ourselves on the same path. And it has been remarkable to be able to be part of this community from Saskatoon, from away. Thank you to all of you.
Just a break to share some texted responses. This one comes from Wes. This is a piece I wrote on January 21st during an Ivan Coyote event in this space. Quote, standing inside a church, listening to a trans person I admire, feeling seen, feeling. I wanted to amen the strangest feels of home. Sorry, I just lost that. Already this morning I found myself tearing up. Sentiments of community are palpable in this space. Thank you to all for being so welcoming and affirming. It is beautiful. And from Cliff, thanks for the wonderful lessons in diversity this weekend and the opportunities to interact with some amazing young people and people of all ages. Thank you, Cliff.
I came out as trans as a very young person, and I didn't know any other trans people for a very long time. And I was the only trans person a lot of people knew for a very long time. And it was very lonely and isolating, and I never felt like I could be myself despite being out. I felt like I had to constantly be some sort of character, or a caricature, or even a very downplayed version of myself to be acceptable. But as I've become an adult and I've gotten to move away from where I grew up, I've gotten to meet a lot of other trans people, and I get to talk to trans people who are older than me, who are younger than me, from all different types of life. We get to share our stories that are often so in line together. And it makes me feel real, and I don't feel like I have to be a character or this, that, or the other. Especially times like these where I feel the same amount of attack I experienced as a child, but I know that there are people I can lean on, and I don't have to go to the protest because there are other people to go for me. I don't have to fight for myself. There are people who are fighting for me and with me. And that's really nice, being able to come to a place like this full of a demographic of older white people who are people who've hurt me so much in my past, who instead are very welcoming and warm and lovely, has been very healing to all the little parts of me that have been in pain for so long.
I want to take this opportunity to express the joy I keep feeling as we are always family. When I come here, it's like everybody is family, everybody helps, everybody is friendly, we're inclusive. It's like a gathering of kindred spirits every Sunday. I'm so glad to be part of this.
I'm kind of fortunate that I've been part of this community and the square dance community for a long time, because in these communities, everybody uses their talents and shares and does the things that need to be done so things move forward. The square dance community looked after when my husband died were there for me all the time. It was wonderful. But now I've moved into a community where I'm living with a lot of seniors. And I said to Nancy, they don't want to work together. I don't know what's going on here, but it's not feeling good. And Nancy said, don't worry, you'll change it. Just get with it. So there we go.
We remember Jim Spears. He's watching. Viewing from afar, but also close in community. This is thanks to the tech team. So if you're part of the tech team, thanks to you. It connects us, doesn't it? Wait. Stanley, hello. Stanley's texted me. Hey, no judgment. A number of texts have come from people in this room. It's just fine. Stanley, Dene drummer from Northern Alberta. This is a great community. Glad that I've been able to drum here a few times in the past to share culture and songs. I always strive for positive approach on reconciliation and start building a positive relationship with non-Native people and the church as well. Stanley, we appreciate that of you as well. Thank you for the connection and the relationship. Last one.
Okay. I just couldn't stop. It's Pam. For me, it's the music. It's such a draw for me. I love to sing, as you know, but the musicians, the choir, the work that we do, the joy that it brings, the words that are said, the creation of this gentleman to my left. It's just, Chris, your music is amazing, and I couldn't not say something that speaks to me. So there you are. I love our music. I love it, I love it, I love it.
To be together, not alone. None of it matters at all unless our hearts are connected. Because when that happens, then we do change the world. One person at a time. So, blessed be. Let's sing, if we're able, a song that helps us underline what community can mean in our lives. Let's be together.
Let us
I think this is how we wish every family Christmas dinner would go. Well, we have one last thing to do as a family, and that's to strengthen our intentions. And yesterday, as we were talking at one of the tables, someone had mentioned that she feels like this is her prayer to end the day. So if it's our intention, our prayer, this is such a good thing to end with. And I don't know if it's a teacher in me, but there are a couple of words here that are repeated. And so that means they're important. So if we look at, we trust that for every beauty, there are. For every, there are. For every, there are. And that's repeated 4 or 5 times. So as we say this together, pay special attention to those things. Ready? Here we go. In a spirit of being and becoming, we celebrate life in all its wonders. We seek to empower our living with the evolving wisdom of the ages, with a vision shaped by beauty, truth, justice, and connection. We trust that for every beauty, there are eyes to see it. For every truth, there are ears to hear it. For every injustice, there are voices and hands to confront it. For every opportunity for connection, there are hearts open to experience it. We commit to the kind of lives and world changed by us being that kind of seeing and hearing, that kind of feeling and doing. May it be so. Thank you for being family with me this morning. Thank you that we are all family here this morning. And thank you. Just thank you. I think that's how we all feel.